Hot Shots looks at a movie. The Pink Panther is the latest example of Hollywood just relying on old material with new actors instead of new ideas. Steve Martin plays Inspector Clouseau, the character made famous by Peter Sellers in so many good movies that this one just makes you want to see all the old ones again with new eyes instead of watching new actors play old characters in a new story. Of course, actors grow old and even die, as well as audience members, whereas characters live forever and Hollywood retains the rights to characters, and so it wants to develop new audiences with new actors in the roles of old, familiar characters in order to make new money. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it doesn't. The filmmakers try to get around the problems they created for themselves by calling this a prequel to the legendary Pink Panther movies and showing how Clouseau became a police inspector. But if they expect us to believe that Martin is the early Sellers and Kevin Kline is the early Herbert Lom as Chief Inspector Dreyfus, they have more work to do. Especially if they want to continue the franchise with these same actors. The introduction takes way too long as the coach of the French national soccer team is murdered by a poisoned dart in his neck in front of thousands of fans in the stadium, and his famous Pink Panther diamond disappears. Then Chief Inspector Dreyfus says, "Oh, I think I know the perfect man for the job. His name is Clouseau." But Dreyfus wants an incompetent policeman to investigate and distract attention while Dreyfus solves the case and then steps in at the last minute to get the credit. So he calls in Clouseau, promotes him to police inspector, and gets him started on causing distractions. Of course, Inspector Clouseau is nothing but distractions, and even if you don't want to laugh, sometimes you can't help yourself. However, it is still just a more glittery version of the masterpiece movies that began the series, but also one that has been dumbed down for the audience and even adjusted to current audiences with references to recent events in the United States. The Pink Panther of 2006 is unnecessary and was dumbed down for the audience, whether 10-year-old boys or just Americans. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.